Hello, world. It's Deej. What's up? How's everybody doing? It is March 6th. March 6th. Yeah. Can't believe it's already March. You know that? It's Thursday, though. Thought I'd do a little stream this morning. See how the hell everybody's doing. See what the hell they're all up to. See what they know, what they don't know. We just don't know. There we go. Let's pin that up to the top. See what the hell goes on. See who pops around, see who doesn't, see if LDG even notices I'm on, see if he's even awake at this time. We don't know. We just don't know, damn it. You know how it is. You know how it goes. It is almost 8:30 a.m. for me. Hello, Resolute Germ. How has your night been? How's your week been? It's almost over. Damn week's just flying by. That's how it goes. But yes, it is one of those days. I couldn't sleep at all again. Here I am. I'm up, I'm awake. So I said the hell with it. Uh oh, surgery today. That's not good. I avoided surgery. Doctor pissed me off, so I said fuck him. They didn't want to give me surgery anyway, even though they admitted I needed surgery. But that's how it goes. Hopefully, you ain't got a major surgery coming up. I hope. Zombie Box Reviews. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, or afternoon, or evening, depending upon where in the world you are, because you know this thing is blasted out worldwide. Well, that's good. It's not a major then. Hopefully, it's not brain surgery like they did on my butt. Hmm. Yeah, you'll have that though. Anyway, well, see, I covered everything morning, afternoon, evening, boom, boom, boom. I try to do it all. I try to keep things straight, try to keep things lined up. I try. Been a Haven't done a live stream since last week, so I figured I'd get one in today. You know, it's always important to do callbacks to the people that got you where you're at. I've actually held at 880 subscribers for a whole day now. So I think I might be able to keep that number for at least another day, maybe. Hopefully. Unless LTG comes on and unsubs me because I didn't tell him I was live streaming. He could do that. Good morning, last son of K. Last son, I threw up a short a little bit ago. I think you will find extremely funny. I think you'll catch my drift on that short that I threw up. I know you'll catch the reference. Apparently, others thought I was talking about salty, but I wasn't. Only a 2-minute short. But anyway, I was trying to make up my mind whether or not to record another episode of Darkness Falls or do the live stream, and I said the hell with it. I was doing the live stream because I want to interact with people. I want to have a conversation with people. I want them to actually be able to talk to me and not be distracted by a video game. So, we can do random rants and thoughts. Our thoughts are random, you know, it's just like that. Because this is the channel of free speech. Even though we may not agree with some of the speech, we will still allow you to have it because, well, I am Deej, and I love controversy. I do. Hashtag Fire Deej. That's right. Hashtag Fire Deej. Let's see. We got a whole 5 people watching us right now. We have 3 people in the chat. So who's the lurkers? Kronos, is that you out there lurking? I don't know. Kronos would pop right up and talk. Good news on the computer front. Ah, Gorilla's lurking because of work. Okay, well, that's understandable. And hey, Krish, how's it going? Like I was about ready to say, we had to get another good news on the computer front. Another donation came in last night to add to the cause to getting the rebuilt brand new computer because this one's falling apart rather quickly. Um, I know, Jeremy, you hate that game. Tomorrow there will be Jackbox. Tomorrow afternoon there will be a Jackbox stream. And I downloaded this new little fancy thing that I no longer have to switch back and forth between all the party packs. It's all listed on one thing, so I can just go click, click, click straight to the new games. So I can go from one game to another, and it's all listed there in front of me. I have one control I have to use, and that's it. So, yes, tomorrow will be Jackbox afternoon. We will do another round of Jackbox game afternoons. Weird that it's not night, but you know, Sundays are kind of filled up for me now. I can't do them on Sunday, and it's just nice to kind of expand out there. I don't know what the hell else is going on in the world. Well, I actually do, but you know. Hey, Bosco! I'm glad to see that you're not boycotting me. And you know, Trudeau said you're supposed to boycott all things American. Well, I am American, damn it. I'm glad to see you're not boycotting me, though. That is a good thing. I gotta fight me one. Ah, there we go. Now I am ready for the morning. I have no coffee, but I do have a Diet Cola. Diet Cola, no coffee, but hey, we are here. So throw out some stuff for me to rant about or talk about or tell me how things have been going with your lives, and we'll just go back there. Ah, last son is back after watching the short. I threw up, and he definitely isn't about salty. And last son knows who I'm talking about. And last son, did you think it was funny? Think it was a good little dig? I hope you did. I just thought I'd throw down the gauntlet. That was kind of cold out there this morning because I went out in no shoes, outside in shorts when I made that video. I think it was slightly above 32 Fahrenheit. I think. Didn't really matter. All right, let's take some bets on how long it takes LDG to figure out I'm streaming. This should be fun. We could look into a mirror and say LDG, 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 and see if he pops up. Never know. But we've made it through another day where the meteor has not wiped us out. That is a good thing, I guess. Boy, everybody's so quiet this morning. I kind of looked around the YouTubers. Not much was going on YouTube. Wasn't many streams going. As I look again, um, yeah, not really much at all. Usual suspects aren't even on this morning. That's strange. I don't know what the hell's going on. Guess everybody's wore out. I know it, damn it. Germ Meteor is never on time. There he is. There he is. It only took him 11 minutes after I started for him to figure out I was live streaming. Congratulations, LDG. It only took 11 minutes. You are on top of the ball this morning. That is a good thing to see. Top of the morning to ya. Uh-oh, and he's straight up here too now. Good
Hey,
morning,
good morning.
LDG, you big stud.
Good morning. Good morning. Sorry, I was actually on the patio. Did you come in the underground?
No, I didn't come in today. I thought I would
Oh,
avoid the coming in, just go live and see how long it would
just
take
go
for you to
live.
figure out.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you did
Yeah, I was
yell
just
at me.
making coffee. Hmm?
You did yell at me the other day because I hadn't done a live stream, so here I am doing a live stream.
About damn time.
After I made a short, I had to make a short first and put that up. Then I did the live stream.
Oh, I missed your short. What was it? Making fun of me, seeing how long I was gonna find out?
Oh
Was this
no,
short just okay?
the short was throwing down a gauntlet at a con man. That's all.
Oh, more of that.
You know,
Ah.
D just decided to get back into some of his controversial ways because that's what made this channel what it was.
Hey, everybody in chat. What up, Chris? How's it going, man? Yeah.
You know,
Well,
D
another
D just
day.
D just got to be back to an asshole form sometimes. That's what everybody loved when we first started out.
Well, that's what I keep telling you. Miss the good old days.
I have to sit there and find that good balance to where I make my true fans that grew up with the channel happy, and while trying to expand. Well, this is what? Well, this was the first time this week, but last week I streamed like twice in the morning. No, you're way off on that one. Sorry, zombie. Sparrow is not diddly too pretty. Could be a catbird though. Could be a catbird.
Excuse me.
So you working hard this morning?
Yeah, yeah. Lots of progress being made.
I have no
A lot of
progress
freaking
being
work.
made. Oh well,
Just gotta.
actually, I do have a little progress.
Yeah.
I got another donation during the night towards the computer fund.
Oh yeah. What from
So,
your boss or from people?
from people.
Oh, well. What did you stream last night too? Shit.
No, they were watching my live stream from the other day of doing the Horde Night.
Oh, and they just sent you. PayPal.
Yep.
Sweet.
And then I
Is it?
put it away into the place where I can't touch it until I have enough to buy the computer, which I've been staying up the last couple of nights when I ain't been able to sleep. I've actually been watching tons of videos on good gaming computers and what's needed in them to make them good.
Yeah, be careful.
Well,
A
I
lot of
am
people think
careful.
they know
That's
what
why
they're
I'm
talking
watching.
about.
That's why I'm watching multiples of channels and see who says what and what says who and who says does what
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then when it gets to the point, I will actually come to a couple of people I know that can also do research for me and look up and see what a good one was. Because
Yep.
because I want a I don't want some store. I want a specially built one. I want
Custom's
it
the way to
built.
go, but
I want custom.
I mean, if you're the one building it, I worry,
Well,
but
no, I don't think I'm going to be doing the touching because I'm so clumsy and everything else. And hello, 47 Yorktown. Bonjour, as the French Canadians, le Gige. Le Gige is on the case. Ah, Chris says, certain someone helped me pick my computer and it kicks ass.
oh yeah,
But
yeah, I like his computer. He's got a nice screen on his and everything.
I don't really need a screen or anything. I want power. And I want something built that's going to last me quite a few years with the type of gaming I do.
Mhm.
And we know I don't buy any really new games. It's just all the older games like Fallout and shit. So, but I want something like a 12 gigabyte video card. Yeah. And I don't want any of those old clunky hard drives. No. No. And I want a good one with processing speed. And I want a little fan to keep everything cool. And yes, last son, I see nothing rallies the truly great people behind a globalist spotlight TDS. Tomorrow is Friday, so that is when the Jackbox is, last son. Fridays will be Jackbox afternoons. And I got this cool little thing for free off of Steam that allows me to pick all my Jackbox games from one thing. So I don't have to close one party pack and open up another. I have access to them all going boom, 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 boom. That should streamline and make it all a little bit better. Because we're trying to up our quality around here, folks. Now, if I could just find me somebody that has a good AI program that can write me an AI song that's funnier than hell for an opening and a closing, I'll be set.
Rilla.
He's at work right now. I don't want to disturb him. Nothing fancy, nothing wacky. Just a funny little opener or a closer for the show. And this week I will be streaming Jackbox through OBS. So, any of my guests that appear on panel with me will come from Discord this week, folks. So, hopefully, maybe I can get Moni to pop up on the panel with me this week. It might be fun since she wants to tear me apart, as she says. Says she's a good roaster. Well, we'll see if she can roast the Deej. I think I've had plenty of practice over the years of being roasted. I've certainly had people putting fish swimming around my head when I tried to take a nap. Making me swim with the fishies.
Always a good time.
Uh huh. Uh huh. Uh huh.
You still got that Jody poster?
Never did have a Jody poster, you some bitch. You don't want to put that on there. Plus, besides with the using the OBS, the entire screen will be nothing but the Jackbox game, and you'll just hear our voices lingering in the backgrounds. Don't have to put up with us. Can't believe it's supposed to be almost 70 degrees next week for a day or two. Spring is almost here. Then it'd be back out on the lawnmower driving around on the farm. What are you looking up now?
Some routers.
I thought that was routers.
Some routers.
Router is the name. Oh, last son's rubbing it in. It's supposed to be 60 for him today. I don't know exactly what it was supposed to be. Let me see. Um, well, first I have to do something I ain't done for a while. It is currently 57 degrees in Orlando, Florida, with a high today of 70 degrees. Or no, a high of 80. Yeah, about 70 degrees by 2 p.m. There you go, LDG. I just gave you your weather. Humidity is only going to be 46 for you, and the wind's 9 miles an hour. There you go, Orlando weather. My weather, though, right now is 27 degrees. Okay, so it was like 27 degrees when I made that short. And it is going to hit 44 degrees this afternoon. That's still not bad. Yes, Moni does love playing Jackbox. So did Christy. All right, let's see what the hell else is going on. Oh no. Um, Uh-oh, last thing gets high wind warnings today. Well, no kite flying for you. I thought more people would be awake this morning. Where the heck's Captain Fandom Nerd? He should be awake. He should be bringing his coffee at this point. Let's see, who else should be around in the mornings? Thomas Potts is asleep. We know that. Oh, this is weird. I look at YouTube and I only see me on it. I don't see you up on the panel.
Huh?
That's weird.
Oh, yeah. What
That
the hell's up
that
with that?
is. I don't know what the hell's up with that because I can hear the voice going. So it's called. I don't see you up. That's weird.
Oh, there we go. Wait. All right. There we go. All right. Fixed.
Okay, what
Yeah,
the hell was
I
going
don't
on?
know what the hell. I don't know what that was. That was actually weird. Yeah.
That was weird. I don't know what the hell was going on. Everybody thought I was doing a ventriloquist act this morning. I was pretending to be you at the same time as me. All right, well, things are fixed now. Well, thank you, last son. Yes, it was nice that you found some others that enjoy Jackbox, even though Thomas Potts loves Jackbox, but he only loves it to pick on me. Oh, no.
Oh, here we go.
What? What'd you find?
All right, sweet. Save me $130. Netgear Nighthawk Wi-Fi 6 RAX 120. Coverage up to 3,500 square feet, which if times pi is about 32 feet range. Okay, good.
Let's see. Krish thought I had a LDG voice box, and Zombie Box thought you had your hand up my ass. No, he only puts foots up the ass, so he wasn't controlling me that way either. As you can see, folks, LDG is a busy man in his element.
This isn't National Geographic, all right?
As he scans the tundra, no, as he scans the Sahara, he looks for that perfect router to pounce. Well, yes, I do know others that enjoy fisting quite a bit. Luckily, one of them is off to a doctor's appointment this morning, so she won't be over here to yell at me about it. The majestic LDG scans the web for his perfect router. Let's stop talking about my butt surgery.
What?
It's just random chats that are coming up in the thing. No, no worries. No worries.
Booty surgery?
I wonder if well, it worked with LDG. I said his name 3 times. I wonder if it'll work with this. Mama pray, mama pray, mama pray. We'll see if that works. Though she could have her hands full right now with all the stuff going on there, so I won't. I won't bug her with any messages. Boy, he looks like he's thinking so hard right now, folks. I keep waiting for smoke to pop out of his headset. Christy is awake, though. Good morning, Christy. Yes, as soon as we're done with this live stream, we will get that little bot thing. Try to figure that one out. Try to figure that out and get it into the Discord so we have some more controls. Christy says hi, LDG.
Hello.
She's married.
Oh,
Stop that.
not married yet.
No, but she is. So don't do that.
Oh,
Hello.
she's married. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, yeah. So don't be doing that. Hello.
That's everybody. I do that to you. God's sakes. I That doesn't mean I want to marry you, dear Deej.
I don't know. Sometimes you frighten me.
Besides,
The
I
de-
can't. I can't partake in extracurricular activities. I'm technically spoken for.
that's right, because I'll send her this live stream and say, look what he did. Even though I might have tricked him into it, I would still do it. Hey, 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 there's nothing between us two, damn it, Christy.
I'm being a good. I'm being a good big boy.
A good big boy. Well, I'm being a bad boy with that little short I put out this morning. Christy, you're gonna have to go watch it. Yeah. I kind of threw down a gauntlet this morning. You should never let Deej be awake all night thinking things. Never ever. And we're still doing the hashtag Fire Deej. But it is a beautiful Thursday morning for me.
Pack, 10 feet. Cat 6. Yeah, okay, I'll get that. All right, got my wires. Got my router. Do I need anything else?
Um, Another cup of coffee.
I'm gonna need another cup of coffee. Thank you.
Uh huh.
But I mean, I meant from Amazon. Am I gonna need anything from Amazon? Um,
Um,
a splitter. I need a 2-port hub switch, Ethernet. There we go. Be running off of their because I'm setting up a new we're doing a new class in a movie theater, and I got to bounce off their internet setup, so their Wi-Fi sucks. I'm gonna be doing
alrighty then.
classes over there.
He's going to be doing classes in the movie theater.
Pretty cool. We got the laptop set up so it projects across the movie theater screen. I've never seen a freaking desktop so huge before. Unfreaking real.
Christy said if you're taking orders, she needs a box of band-aids and duct tape. That just sounds a little sus. I can see band-aids, but duct tape, no. Chris says you need a reverse ratcheting router or self sealing stem bolts. And Thomas comes in trying to use the bot that to kick me in the nuts that don't work here because I have not had time to sit down and attempt to sucker LDG into going through my stream lab thing to set up bots that you could kick me in the nuts while I live stream because I just don't want to be kicked in the nuts. Sorry. I could use some self-sealing stem bolts though, and some gold press platinum. I figured Thomas would be asleep by now. Thomas will be happy Jackbox is tomorrow afternoon. I am stuck on band-aids because band-aids stuck on me. I'm really killing my algorithm on my short that I threw up live streaming right after it, but it'll get out there eventually. Thomas says, is it the movie theater that you asked for a refund from?
No, not that garbage place. That piece of shit garbage place. No.
Well, there you go, Thomas. It's not that garbage piece of shit place that he asked for a refund from.
No, I shouldn't really talk bad about them. The popcorn sucked, but they did give me my refund. So I mean, I shouldn't talk bad about the theater. It was just the Matrix that sucked. The movie ruined my day.
Maybe we could make our own Matrix movie and put it out there, and then you could ask for a refund again.
Ugh.
Yeah, Lassen, I don't think my short should go into Hawk's Discord. I just don't think that short should go in there because it is my um, thoughts on the whole subject, and I would hate to have poor Hawks be blindsided by with my short. So yeah, that's probably not a good idea to put it over in his. And Thomas says at least he won't misplace his car.
Yeah, yeah, which I did. I remember that.
Yes.
I came out of the movie theater talking shit about the Matrix and I couldn't find my car. I'm like, what? Are they watching my live stream? Did they tow my car?
Dude, where's my car?
I was totally, dude, where's my car?
Dude, where's my car? I have never had that problem. I've never misplaced my vehicle. It only took a 2-hour movie to corrupt LDG's brain so much that he couldn't remember where he parked. So, has anyone out there seen the new Daredevil?
Yes. 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 Very good.
Is it any good?
Very good. Very good. Very, very good. I enjoyed it, especially the first episode. Um, yeah, definitely, definitely a worth a watch.
Uh-oh, Christy must have just went and watched it.
Definitely worth a watch.
I still got to catch up on this week's episode of Ghost.
Wait, did you catch up on the one where the husband came back?
Yeah, I have seen that one.
Okay. All right.
I used to watch the old Daredevil on Netflix. I just don't have stupid Disney to watch the new one. What's up, potato JPs? Last Son said the last time I watched Daredevil was on the TV movie trial of the Incredible Hulk. Hey, you can find all those Incredible Hulk movies here on YouTube. I watched them the other day, actually. Watched the one with Thor. I watched the one with Daredevil. Never did look up to see if Death of the Incredible Hulk was on there, but it might be. Who knows?
Hey, JP's.
Not sure how to take Christy's reaction though. First she says, "Oh my God," and then she's laughing her ass off. So I don't know if it was a good thing or not. JP says Daredevil series was awesome. Well, I was just asking LDG about the new one. He says it's good. So I don't know. Maybe eventually one of these times when he's watching it, I will sit around and find his underground and watch it. Never heard of a series called Black Sails. Don't know. Oh, Netflix. Well, I don't have Netflix anymore either. Got rid of. I don't have any of those things. I'm a poor person. I don't get anything except Roku. So I just watch the Weird Al movie over and over. Oh, and I do have access to Paramount because of my little cousin. That's how I watch Ghost and uh, the spin off to the Young Sheldon show. I watch that one too. Ah, Christy, that was the reaction. Says my reaction to your short. It was fantastic. Jeej for Manager of the Year award. Oh, I wouldn't say I would Manager of the Year award. I just I'd been stewing around for it for a few days, thinking on it, laying around. I just said the hell with it this morning. Took my little phone, went outside, pointed at the trees, and just decided to roll with it. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. I know what JP's is talking about too. I could. But it's more fun when I sit around with people and watch it. So I like watching Ghost with LDG from time to time because it's fun to get his reaction from what's going on, especially when a snail gets sucked off. Yes, I was talking to the trees again.
Phone call. Be right back.
Oh, he's on the phone now. He's running around. Well, the last episode I watched of the Georgie and Mandy show actually had George Sr. in it while Georgie was having fevered dreams he was talking to his dad, which was kind of cool. Hey, you leave me alone about talking to myself in voice chat. Sometimes it's the best conversation I've had all day. I just hate when I argue with myself and then I ignore myself and then it gets really quiet. Sometimes I just sit around there to see if anybody else is going to pop in so we can watch Hawks playing and make up jokes the whole time about how he dies. Zombies. It's just one of those things. Got to do like a Mystery Science Theater 3000 sometimes when you're watching a stream or a movie. Manager of the year. I don't know about that. I don't even know why what possessed them to even make me a manager in the Discord. It's not like I'm very responsible. Up now, JP's is off on the phone. I couldn't get flogged by another mod last night. Damn it! Gave me a wrench, so I couldn't get put in timeout all damn night. Hey, I did not cheat on my horde night. I just know how to build a good base. Though apparently they're going to change the AI on the zombies, so a lot of these bases that people build now are not going to work. So we'll have to see. Good night, Krish. Have a good one. Stay safe, and remember, never stick your wiener in a grinder. That's my words of wisdom for the day. Never stick your wiener in a grinder. About as much wisdom as I've got today. Kind of used up all my wisdom on a short. Now we can see LDG talking on the phone, but who's he talking to? I almost told him to wrench you. That's right, Chris. Not all holes are a goal. Sometimes it's best to leave it alone. And no, vices are not in, Christy. No, 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 no. You don't want to get that caught in a vice either. Especially if the handle falls out and drops to the floor and you can't reach it and you're stuck there and you can't bend down to reach it to release yourself and you're just there with constant pressure on there. No. No vices. And then somebody actually finally does come along and they look at you with your wang caught in a dang vice and they sit there and videotape you and put you up on some kind of weird site making fun of you because you got it stuck in there and they don't release you. Then they call over a bunch of friends to sit there and come over and laugh at you too while you're just stuck there with it stuck it. Yeah. I don't think WD-40 is going to make it pop out. I don't think WD-40 is going to make it pop out. No. You wanted to know what that song Wang Chung was about? Well, yeah, it was about catching your wang in a vice. Everybody can have fun tonight. Hello, Draco. Hello, hello, hello. I am not a damn furry. Fuck off. Damn furry sadist shit. No, I only wear those onesies for fun, not for sex. Sex isn't fun. Sex is hard work. especially when you get my age. Gotta really concentrate. Not have a heart attack, keel over, go blue, blue, blue. Anyway, we're off topic now. What the hell was, wow, shit, we didn't have a topic anywhere. We're just responding to the chat as they go. When they throw something up, I respond to it. This is like, it's not really like a vice. It might be like, I don't know, a snapping turtle. It might be a snapper, but how much hard work can it be to receive, Deej? Well, yeah, sometimes you just can't just lay there and take it. You sometimes got to get on top and do the work. Sometimes. Sometimes you do have to get on top and do the work, or at least lay on the side and kind of thrust the lip. Yeah, it's just weird like that. And no, I'm not going to receive myself. No, that's a no no. That's exit only back there. Damn it. No, I'm not taking donations for a furry con. Not going no damn furry con. I only take donations for the new computer so I can have better graphics and a better system, and I don't blunder around like a weirdo and that sort of thing. And no, I'm not going no damn furry con. I would take donations for a trip down to Orlando, Florida in about a week or so, just to see LDG when he's busy. No, not better graphics for the furry porn. No, 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 no. I don't watch any of that. Got to be quicksand, damn it. Not furry. Quicksand, damn it. That's the way to go. Got to be the quicksand, damn it. First time I ever mentioned that one, LDG didn't believe me, and I had to actually show him a video. It was comical. He laughed. So did the females that were in the chat at the time. They were laughing. They were shocked. That's what happens when you listen to Tom from Midnight's Edge too much, though, because he's the one that brought it up to me. Hey, as soon as I get a brand new computer, I will do a gaming live stream with the camera actually on, wearing the pink bunny outfit. Yeah, he's praying that this stream ends soon because it's getting weird.
All right, I'm back. Gotta go
You
on
didn't
the
miss
computer.
anything.
Yeah, get my coffee.
Yeah, get some more coffee. You're going to need it when you read this chat back. They think I'm taking donations to go to a furry con.
Told you they find out.
I ain't find out shit. I ain't going no damn furry con. No, I'm not, JP. Jesus. Son of a bitch.
He's not. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Of
You
course, he's
shut up.
not.
Shut up.
You all forget that Deej is part of the magical uh, group of.
Oh, son of a bitch. LDG had to leave. I'm sorry, folks. Oh, no, he's back.
Uh,
Well, I will not wear
Society.
the I won't wear the unicorn outfit and shake my ass at you anymore. I promise that. I don't even think I'd want to try to stand up on this chair anyway. I'd fall. Where's my damn coffee?
More water.
No, I'm not a grand wizard. I know I don't have a butt plug with a 6 foot furry tail on it. No. Now
Yeah,
you see
his is
why.
just 5 foot.
Fuck off. Now you see why I don't do live streams anymore. I get this shit.
this is this is the good part. We talking about it.
No,
Everyone's
this is
loving this
not the
right now.
good part.
This is the
And now,
very good part.
and now Draco says it's 8 foot. And no, last son, I don't want to be the middle part of a centipede. No. Ew. Glad I didn't eat breakfast. That's just that's just wrong in all kinds of ways.
No, I just want to be the head.
Well, there you go, folks. LDG wants to be the head of a centipede. Oh boy. Thomas says, "Who would have thought I'd be listening to furry butt plugs at 10 a.m.?" I don't know, Thomas. I don't know. Blame it on the chat. They're the one that started it.
Ugh.
I wanted to talk about drinking a cup of coffee. That's all I wanted. Christy thinks this is quality entertainment. I think it's demented entertainment, but I am the odd one, D Odyssey. So yeah, this this
Oh,
this
by the
does.
way, you did not do your stream on the freaking whatchamacallit. I had to go to Gorillas that night
I know.
on
I was like,
Trump's
I wasn't feeling good by that point, and I just said the hell with it. And
Trump really laid it into everybody.
I know it was funny, and we got to see how disgusting the Democrats were that couldn't even applaud a kid with cancer.
I Democrats are
Draco asks,
dead.
"What sort of coffee do you have?"
Low half calf Folgers.
Best part of waking up is Folgers in your butt.
I can't have it's not decaf, it's half calf. So
Man, I need the full caffeine.
nah, my body twitches now. Some things don't react well to caffeine
If I
anymore.
don't have any caffeine, that's when I'm fucked. I get a migraine.
Well, that's because you're so saturated in it. You got to give it a week.
No, and
You
I
got to give it a week for your body to just dilute out.
and unfortunately, last son, there is no DoorDash around here, so I can't have coffee delivered to me.
You don't have DoorDash over there?
Hell no,
You don't have Farm Dash? I mean, come on, you got to have
no,
something out there.
no.
Farm Dash, where you get delivery, or the guy's driving a tractor to
Yeah, it
everybody's
should
house.
be cold by the time they got here. Slow as them damn things go. No, don't even have it Uber Eats.
What about Postmates?
Nope, don't have
Frickin'
that.
none of them, huh? Shit.
Nothing. And no mountains. I don't have outhouse dash either because while
Outhouse
we are
Dash.
out in the while we are out in the middle of nowhere, we at least have indoor plumbing. Damn it,
That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that.
we do
Oh
have
shit.
plumbing.
We take your shit to you. Oh,
I don't have blood in my veins. I have nothing but caffeine.
and whatchamacallit. Uh that damn it, my brain's not working.
What, Fireball?
That shit Fireball. Yeah, Fireball and
I don't.
caffeine.
I haven't even had Fireball since the last time I drank it on the live stream,
I was gonna say, of course you didn't have it to the last since the last time because that's what the last time you had it.
and that was what 2 months ago.
Has it been? Feels like
Yeah.
yesterday.
No, it's been like 2 months since I had any Fireball. Somebody sends me a bottle of Fireball. Hell, I'll go out and buy one, and I'll do another live stream and drink it on air. Walmart doesn't deliver, but they will let you pick up. So you still got to go out there. They'll just bring it outside to you. And them dumbasses. Last week I got an order, and my cousin went out to go pick it up for me. They put 3 2-liter bottles in one little plastic bag.
Yeah.
What the hell do you think happened as soon as you tried to pick that bag up?
Yeah. Rip.
It's bad enough when they do it with 2 in the damn thing, but they put 3 in it. And it's like, what
And they
the
didn't even
fuck are
double
you? They didn't
even double
double.
bag it.
They don't even double bag it. They put it all in one bag. It's like, rip.
Why don't they make pre-double bag bags? The bags are already double bagged.
And no,
Woo.
Thomas Nightbreeze doesn't do that. He just sits out front and greets you as you walk in the door. JP says dozen eggs for $3.75. I paid $2.50 for a dozen eggs. But I get it from the neighbors down the road. They have chickens. Howdy, wise guys. We're doing as well as we can. Well, yeah, I went to the neighbors who have chickens and got it direct from them. So it's like, boom, dozen eggs, $2.50. Farm fresh eggs. Hell, I can sit down and eat a dozen eggs at one time. So, that sort of thing. Soon, LTG will be making his scrambled egg omelet, whatever the fuck that is.
Oh yeah, can't wait.
Wise Guys is expecting grocery delivery anytime now, so he'll be stepping away soon. Well, he's able to get delivery. Trying to get my boss talked into getting some chickens too, so then I could just go out and get free eggs. Hell, when I was a kid, we had lots of chickens. It was a bitch getting them though, because them chickens would peck the hell out of you when you went in to go snatch their eggs. It had an asshole rooster to attack you. Or the little bitches would sit up above the door and you walk in, they'd shit on you. That pissed me
Yep.
off too.
Oh, almost forgot. I do have one of those.
No, it would not become that JP's Jesus. You're weird. That's just weird. Weird, weird, weird.
Ordered
Ah.
everything I need.
Get the duct tape for Christy.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all set.
Okay. Last son, that's disgusting. Not from the South, damn it. Don't do that sort of thing. Uh oh, Darren Wagner. Oh, shut up, Darren. Bite me, Darren.
He's in the house.
Darren's in the house. I'm not letting him up here because he's going to make fun of me.
I'll let you up.
Stop it. He'll make fun of me. Who the hell thought you'd need damn liquid fuel in a goddamn nuclear submarine? The fuck's the point of having a nuclear submarine if you're going to have diesel in it? No, don't you do it. Don't you do
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna
Don't you
do it.
do
I'm
it.
gonna do it. I'm
I
doing
will
it.
I
I'm
will
doing it.
I will
Doing
kick you
it.
in the ass, you some bitch.
I'm doing it.
I'll
I'm
kick
doing
you
it.
in the
Oh,
ass.
oh
You
no!
some
I'm doing it.
bitch.
Wait, I'm
You
sorry.
some bitch.
Oh, wait.
You
Wait, hold
some
on. Oh
bitch.
shit! I
Oh
can.
no, don't put him up there all by himself, you some bitch.
Oh, okay. All right. No, I'm not going to make fun of you, Deej, because
Yes,
that
you
is
will.
that was a common error when that story broke. Um, yeah. So no, it just demonstrates that you're Army. That's all. That's all
That
that
is
means.
true. That is true. I didn't deal with the Navy's part of it.
Yeah. But yeah, it was kind of fun. It was a fun day on Twitter for me.
Yeah, I bet it was.
Lots. I got to create a lot of community notes.
Don't mean to be rude, but why the fuck are you laughing all the time? I don't get it.
Hey, I'm not touching any of them buttons today. I'm trying to be good.
But
Have fun, wise guy. Christy, you're not helping.
bye,
You're not
WizKid.
helping.
Anyway, so what else is new?
No, I just thought I'd do a live stream since I was wide awake.
Wait, you haven't slept since last night again, but have you?
No, I haven't. Hello, Mr. T. I tried to go to bed. I laid in bed for like 2 hours, just couldn't fall asleep. So I just got to back up again.
So lots of people are praising the first two episodes of this Daredevil show.
Even LDG did.
Yeah. Well, DG, did he get a refund?
Not
No,
yet.
I liked it. I didn't want a refund.
Huh. Okay.
I don't have Disney Channel, so I haven't watched it.
No, me neither. I'm not going to get Disney Plus just to watch this show either.
Hell no.
But I can already tell where it's going just based on what I've heard. Kingpin's now an elected official, former criminal. I can tell where the allegory there is going to go. Every time a Republican is in the White House, that we get stories like that in comics. Lex Luthor becoming president, things like that. Yeah.
Well, they explained he became mayor because of the blip.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I've heard.
That's a good reason. Yeah. The blip, kind of like they're treating it like COVID almost. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We've seen TV shows that Disney has put out that had really good first, second episodes, then it just falls off a cliff. Uh, Not necessarily Disney, but they're just streaming shows in general. Like, what was the one that everybody said was really good, and then it went in the shitter?
WandaVision?
Book of WandaVision. Well, personally, a Book of Boba Fett, though, I think was another one of those. That then you had Mandalorian managed to stay good, I think, for 2 seasons before it started going off the rails. But we'll see. Doomcock liked it. So,
Thomas Potts asked, "Does LDG have any insane theories like a previous D plus show?"
Previous
what
D
was his
plus.
theory again?
Oh,
No.
from WandaVision. Yeah, I had a
Yeah.
whole bunch of them. No theories, but on like on Daredevil or anything. No. No, I'm done with my theories. I retired from theory making.
Alrighty. Well, Mr. T, if you want to stay drama free, stay away from my new short today.
People in general should stay away from your shorts.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking
Everybody
about videos. Okay, gotcha.
Well, yeah, the videos too, but that is words of
No.
wisdom. Everybody, stay away from my shorts.
Yeah, we know
They're
Sissa
my
Prey
shorts.
didn't, got taught a lesson there.
Hey, I'm not the father. I am not the father. I am not claiming when it's not mine, was not my sperm, was not my nothing there.
Oh, I don't want
Just
to
because the
hear you
sperm
ever
came from
use the
Illinois,
words.
just because the sperm came from Illinois does not say it's mine.
I don't want to hear you ever use the word sperm again. Ugh. It's just
All right,
you put that.
my spooge. How's that?
That's way better. Yes, thank you.
Hello, 54.5 access.
Uh, it's like there's certain words I just don't like. Like say dick. Don't say penis. Penis makes it sound small, like it belongs on your foot or something.
Can we call it a tallywhacker? Because penis is
Tallywhacker is
so
just
personal.
fine.
Personal.
Yeah.
That was the best part of Porky's, was that whole scene.
Uh-huh.
My
Porky's
ding-a-ling.
Porky's was that movie that, as a kid, I had always heard about. And your best friend, equal in age to you, his older brother somehow managed to see it and would just tell you stories about it, and you'd be like, they're like campfire stories. And then later, like it comes to you finally grow up, you get cable, and Porky's is on, and you watch it, and it's like it's pretty tame compared to stuff that came out later.
Well, I saw Porky's right away when I was a kid because we had a laser disc player, and my neighbor had 50 million tons of movies, and he'd always let us come over and borrow them just to watch them. Porky's and Porky's 2 was right on top of the list.
Laser disc. Laser discs are meant for like visually spectacular films, like or important films, like Star Wars or Blade Runner or something. Not Porky's.
Well, I watched that. I watched Pink Floyd The Wall on Laserdisc.
Pink Floyd in a movie, huh?
Pink Floyd The Wall.
Yeah. Is that one of those movies where you have to be chemically enhanced in order to appreciate it?
Well, it helps.
Gotcha. Okay.
Even booze will work. You don't have to smoke a doobie or nothing. Just drink a little.
That's what people told me their concerts were like, that you needed to be like on something to really like fully enjoy the concert.
Oh, that's bullshit.
The artificial pig flying over your head. People are like, oh, the pig is coming. The pig is coming. Yeah. All right.
I watched The Wall on Laserdisc, and we had the stereo hooked up into it all, so it was like awesome. And have a good one, Mountains.
Yeah. Any musical show? I mean, did you also have Can't Stop the Music on Laserdisc?
No, but he had Duran Duran music videos on Laserdisc.
Oh.
So watching Hungry Like the Wolf was kind of cool. But then he did have his own section of adult movies too that were on Laserdisc, and those were quite entertaining. Yes, I saw the motion Star Trek: The Motion Picture on Laserdisc too. They also had it on that RCA player thing that looked like a Laserdisc, but it wasn't because you couldn't touch them. You had to just slide the whole thing in and it'd pull out. We got to watch that one day in grade school because
Yeah.
we all got A's on our tests, so the teacher let us watch a movie at the end of the week, and that was one of them we watched.
Yeah, that's what's interesting to me about the laser disc was you never actually saw the disc. It was in this like cardboard sleeve or something, and
No, not the Laserdisc. Laserdisc, you pulled right on out. You could touch it, you could see it. Everything else, you
you
just
could.
set it right down in. It
Yeah.
was the RCA ones that were inside a damn cardboard
Yeah,
thing that you never watched.
That was the RCA ones were the only ones that I ever saw. So, but
Laserdiscs were just like oversized CDs.
yeah, I agree. Or DVDs, whatever. I mean, what was that? What was the picture? You know, and that's another thing too. I've always wondered was compared to a DVD, because DVD was the last disc we had that was still in standard format, standard rate, standard DPI and all that. What was better, the laser disc picture and sound quality or the DVD picture and sound quality?
DVDs, because they had come a long way from the original Laserdiscs.
Yeah.
So they definitely had better picture and sound qualities, but Laserdiscs were still far superior to any VHS or beta tape that you got.
Right.
I still have I still have Who Framed Roger Rabbit unopened Laserdisc.
Wow. So you would say that the DVDs were better in terms of picture and sound quality than the laser disc?
Yep.
What was the difference?
I don't know about that. I mean, it's just a media. It's not like the media made like VHS, right? The media
Right.
mattered. You could have better VHS tapes, but laser
Yeah.
discs and DVDs are different technologies.
Right.
Didn't
Yes,
matter.
yes, I know, but I'm looking specifically at the difference. Obviously, there's a size difference. DVDs are smaller, easier to control, easier to shelve, things like that. The laser discs were like record albums, right? But I'm
Yeah.
talking about the difference between the picture. Was the only improvement the fact that they were smaller, or was this picture and sound quality actually better on a DVD than on a laser disc? Because all I know
Well,
about the comparison is that line from The Sopranos where that guy on drugs says that the DVD quality was better.
well, growing up when both actually came out, I will say that DVDs were slightly better. But for longevity, the Laserdisc holds up better than DVDs.
Really? You think DVDs go bad quicker?
Yep.
Wonder why that is. I wonder what causes a DVD to go bad.
They're made with garbage freaking material.
Gotcha.
That's why you had all those purple discs and all that crap.
Yeah, because I remember when they
materials.
when they came out, I was still in the Navy, and there was a guy on a boat that was bought a this is back when the average DVD player was $600, and he's like, yeah, I just bought it, and it'll last forever. It's a movie for life. And I'm thinking, we don't know that.
And another movie I watched on Laserdisc as a kid was the original MASH.
The movie?
That was another good movie to watch.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of my favorite movies.
Like JP's points out, the coating delaminates.
Coating delaminates. Okay, gotcha. I'll leave it to JP's to know that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's kind of funny because I used to did an internship at WKBT. Was a CBS affiliate here in town, and they had these video cassettes. They used video cassettes in the late '80s, but they looked like VHS, but they were thicker, and they were just better quality for video production and stuff. I always wondered what how they would compare. The idea of a high definition. It was basically a high definition VHS cassette.
It's like originally the betas were a little bit better than the VHS, but
Yeah,
Betamaxes
that's what I heard too.
were just more expensive, and
Yeah. Well, that's the big legend was that in the format war between VHS and Beta lost to VHS, and some people say it was the porn industry once they decided to go with VHS, that was it. But I mean, they weren't that effect. They weren't that influential. I don't think. I think honestly there was something else about the Beta though. I think the Beta didn't have variable speed for recording. This is what I was told by somebody who was a huge Beta fan. He also said that he says they only had one speed for recording and you could only fit 90 minutes on one, whereas VHS was 2 hours, which meant you could fit more movies. With 90 minutes, I mean, to give you an idea, a short movie like RoboCop is 87. I believe it's 87 minutes long. So it's you could fit that on Betamax, but there were a lot of other movies.
well, Betamax could fit longer because I had a whole bunch of the old Friday the 13th movies on Beta.
Okay,
Some of them are past 90 minutes.
gotcha.
But with Beta, like you said, you were stuck on one speed, whereas VHF,
Right.
you could switch it and turn a 2-hour tape into a 6-hour tape.
Right. Yeah. And there were people that didn't care about, um, the quality of the picture and everything. So,
Yeah, because if you switched over to 6-hour, the quality wasn't as good.
Right. But since most of us were also used to broadcast television over an antenna still at that point, we didn't care. Like that,
Well,
it's
that
kind
was
of like,
another thing.
yeah.
I was out in the country. We had one of those big old clunky satellite dishes.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas I got used to, well, Thomas will say cheating because, well, it actually was. I was working at the bar at the time. I could watch Wheel of Fortune the night before anything was broadcast over thing because they were sending out to the affiliates. So I could watch all the puzzles, and then I'd go to work the next day at the bar and I could name all the puzzles before anybody could. I'd make extra tips that night just playing against the patrons.
Yeah. I remember I had some hick cousins out in the hills of Minnesota who got a satellite dish, one of the big ones, the ridiculously big ones, and they were getting all kinds of free. They were getting, they were, oh, we got all the channels for free, toothless fuckers. Well, yeah, less like a year later, their satellite dish was practically useless because obviously the company started scrambling the signals, and you know
Well, see, I didn't have that problem either because the guy that had all the laser discs was also worked for the railroad, and he was an electrician, an electric guy, and he got us boxes to where we could just punch in the codes, and it would
yeah,
unscramble everything.
yeah, yeah,
But that got ridiculous because at the very beginning you could punch it in, the codes would last like 6 months before you had to put another one in. Then it went down to like 1 month, then it went down to 2 weeks, and then it was like getting to the point where you had to punch new codes in every other day. And that's when we
yeah,
finally said, fuck it, time to give up. This is getting too
yeah,
much work.
yeah. People always asked me when I was, because I used to work for Century Telephone, which became CenturyTel, which became CenturyLink, and they did a partnership with Dish Network, so they could bundle, your phone service with your Dish service. So we had to, we went to training for Dish and stuff like that. And one of the things that was always interesting to me was that your Dish Network, your box, the thing that interpreted, the signal from the dish on your roof, had to be connected to a phone line in order to work. And I always wondered about that. Like, why does it need to be connected to a phone line? And there was something that Dish never fully explained to us. So it was very mysterious. So there was a lot of people that thought that, that it's actually, that they, must use some sort of land-based, signal to boost, your picture quality or something, because I mean, you're looking at dial-up level speeds, initially, but then later, you could get, a form of DSL signal in it, and it was just very, very mysterious how they did that. But the thing is that the satellite TV stuff, it has, a lot of people don't know this, but it is only wireless from your house to, the nearest broadcast antenna for it. Once it gets to them, it becomes a cable-based signal. Just like your cell phone. Your cell phone is only wireless from the local microwave tower. After that, it becomes. That's why, for example, we would periodically experience outages. The entire eastern seaboard would lose like all their services, Verizon, Sprint, Dish Network, all that, because a fiber line got cut by a bulldozer that made a triangulation error as to where it was supposed to dig, and everybody's like, "But this is a wireless service. How could a fiber cut do that?" That's why it's only wireless to your home.
Yeah, some don't understand that part of it.
Right.
Those big dishes
Really?
were also a pain because when they first came out, they were all like solid fiberglass. So they were
Yeah.
basically worthless in a heavy rainstorm, or if you got snow on it, you had to go brush the damn snow off of it because it worked. Then we got the mesh one, which was a little bit better.
Yeah.
But again, heavy rains block your signal, or heavy
Right.
snows would eventually clog it up, and you'd have to go out there and beat on the damn thing to get the snow off.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're talking a dish that's 12 foot around, it takes a little while.
Yeah. Surprised they didn't sell you special push brooms shaped like the dish.
Now we just went out with the farm push broom and
Uh,
the last son said we only got the VHS VCR prior to me going to high school, so the VTR machines and the tapes that size was a new thing I hadn't seen before.
the worst thing that I remember. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, nothing.
Was
go.
this other thing? If you were way out in the sticks, CenturyTel had this other partner for something called HughesNet, which was internet. Certainly, it was a dish-based internet, but it was barely adequate. It was like half the speed of the fastest dial-up. Right. We're talking like it wasn't like 64K baud. It was like 24 baud, or 21, whatever it was. And so it was basically only good for sending emails, or maybe you could use it with AccuWeather. And that was it. And people would get it. It's like, this is freaking useless. Yeah, it is.
Hey, Last Janum. Just ranting about random thoughts about right now satellite dishes. Usenet was expensive as hell too.
Yeah. Because they figured only rich people lived out in the country. Well, no, farmers live out in the country too, and they're not entirely. Sometimes some of them might be rich, but most of them probably aren't.
Now everybody thinks farmers are rich because of how much their equipment costs and shit. But then if you go through all the damn things that you have to pay for, and the prices and all that, you're barely breaking even.
Yeah, it's yeah. Now you could say that, well, their assets are, like some ranchers, for example, out in Texas and Oklahoma, they're millionaires even though they come home from work with dirt under their fingernails. They got, and it's all about the land that they owe. That's their big asset. They're millionaires because that's their net worth is tied to the land they owe, but they're using that land, right? So they're millionaires, but they're not sitting out, languidly at a swimming pool every day. Tried to explain this to Salty Trucker one time, and he just put his fingers in his ears and went la la la.
Well, he's a city kid. He don't know anything about what shit costs.
No, he's been on. He'll tell you he grew up on a ranch, but no, he's got serious class NB problems and other issues. Just it's like when the Hollywood fires were happening, he didn't say a word about it on his channel. But we're not here to talk about him. So.
That's right. Good old 56 kbp, but actually it was only 24.
Yeah.
My son only started watching cable. Hell, I didn't even get to watch cable. My thing was, I had a cousin that had cable, and if there was something on there that I wanted to see, I would take a videotape to him and ask him to record it for me so I could take it back home after they got done and watch it that way. It's the only way I got to watch HBO. Have it recorded.
Yeah.
And that was when I was a kid. New Year's Eve, HBO used to have a big long Gallagher marathon. I would take some tapes in there and say, record this for me, please. I want to watch Gallagher.
I had a friend in high school who lived in a valley outside of town that was so deep, basically, that he couldn't get anything for television in there except for maybe PBS. For some reason PBS had the strongest friggin' signal. Government TV. Anyway, he liked Star Trek, but he never, especially like TNG, but he never got to see it, right? So I had, cable, and one time I just said, here, and I had a whole, like, one of those 6-hour tapes we were talking about, full of TNG episodes from, I think it was season 5. So he had, like, I think there were like 8. I got to fit 8 episodes on there, and I gave that to him. I handed it to him, and he held it in his hands like I just handed him like a bag of gold coins.
Hello, Schnorderpoopus. The only thing I watched PBS for was Doctor Who on the weekend. And maybe Red Green. The only thing I'd watch on.
My dad liked to watch This Old House with Bob Vila just to laugh at how much Bob Vila didn't know.
And when Star Trek Enterprise come out, I didn't have that damn station anywhere in my area. I had to watch it from a lady I was dating up in Chicago. That's the only time I could catch it when I was up there seeing her.
The local affiliate we had for UPN was so like rickety that I remember many times Enterprise should have been on, but there was this fishing show on, and I had to call the affiliate and say Star Trek's supposed to be on, and I got fishing, and then and then all of a sudden it would switch like a minute later. It got to the point where if they did that, I would call them, and as soon as they heard the phone ring, it would switch. It was probably just some kid, in a closet, doing it.
Hey, those rabbit ears were good though if you strung some tinfoil across them. Then they started selling them stupid things that you were supposed to be able to plug into your outlet and use the wiring of your house to help enhance the signals.
Yeah.
They didn't work. The roof antennas, you kind of got up there and you manually turned them until you got the best signal for all the channels that were coming from whatever city they were from or all that. But they would get to be a pain in the ass when you get a big windstorm that would tear them down or just bump them slightly and move them so you'd have to go back out there. And of course, I was sort of lucky because mine was on like this little tower that you could climb up really easy and hook your arm into so you didn't fall off the damn thing because it was over 2 stories up and slightly bump it. And you had to have somebody inside yelling out the window and tell you when the hell the damn thing was.
Right.
And then crank it down with a wrench to tighten it up again so it wouldn't move.
My grandfather had one of those great big TV antennas on the top of his house that and it was huge. It was like a jungle gym on top of his house. And because before that, he got that only after his last kids left the house. And the reason why was because the kids' job often was to stand there while he watched the game and hold the rabbit ears, because physically holding them meant that your body was now part of the antenna, and then he would get enough signal.
Yeah, I am old, Thomas. What about it? Then I turned that tower also when we kind of got away from, started watching everything satellite. I was into CBs at the time, so I climbed up there and attached my whip antenna to it and then had to run the line down to my room so I could get a farther range.
How many people in the audience know what CB stands for?
Well, I'm guessing there's probably enough older ones in the crowd. They actually know what a CB is.
Well, I know they know what a CB is, but I'm talking about what it stands for, what the letters C and B stand for.
Well, I would hope that maybe over the years they've learned what it is, even if they just watched the movie Convoy.
Mm-hmm. So
That
how
tells
many
them.
people in your audience do you think know?
I don't know. I'm waiting for any of them to tell me in the chat. There you go. Cybermiss got it.
Yep, that's correct. Yeah. They probably looked it up.
Last son got it.
The internet has ruined radio call-in contests.
I know it.
there's a radio station that used to have a daily trivia, based on what was in the news show, and they had to have a rule eventually that if they heard any kind of uh, keyboard clacking, that you were immediately disqualified. And then but then when people got cell phones with touch screens, then they had to like limit it to like you had to answer within like 8 seconds or something. Otherwise, you're disqualified. And yeah, eventually they just did away with the contests because they weren't able to do them anymore. People were, I won't say cheating; they were using resources.
Hell, we use CB to pick up dates. There's always females on it looking for some guy to talk to, and you eventually hook up. One guy I worked with had put a CB on his 10-speed, hooked up the car battery to it and everything else. And it was funnier than hell because we'd go to this one bar on the weekend. He'd take his bike inside. And if we keyed up on it, it would set off the silent alarm in the bar and the police would show up. It was hilarious because they never figured out what was actually setting off the silent alarm. But we figured out real quick that it was the damn CB antenna. And he had a whip antenna on there, and with that car battery hooked up, some dummy would grab the antenna and give him a little shock just keying up and go zzz. Oh, I hear keyboard typing. You're disqualified.
Yes, I'm disqualified from this contest that you're not running. I got into an argument with somebody on Twitter. It seems to be rather heated at this point, where somebody like showed a clip of She-Hulk fighting Daredevil from the She-Hulk show, and it's in that fight, She-Hulk just casually grabs a car in a parking lot and throws it at Daredevil, of course, wrecking the car, right? And I pointed there, I'm like, I don't like that when superheroes, people are supposed to be rooting for, just casually grab private property and destroy it. They used to care about that stuff. Superman used to, in fact, do things like use his heat vision and his strength to fix the bars on a kid's bicycle and stuff like that. With the Hulk, it's understandable since he's got the mentality of a caveman. But for a character like She-Hulk that's supposed to have all of her wits behind her, I just never liked that, and everybody's chiming in. It's like, oh no, not private property. I'm like, well, look at the scene. She clearly didn't need to do that to stop Daredevil of all people. She could have just leaped, and gotten in front of him to stop him. I mean, she didn't have to grab a car and throw it, and it's like they've lost the what do they call it?
Well, most people nowadays don't care if other people's property is damaged. They only care if
Yeah.
it's themselves.
Yeah, it also it ignores the, I guess, for lack of a better term, the civilian perspective, right? Which if superheroes did that, then people wouldn't root for them. They would be perceived as just as bad as the supervillains are. Mark Waid and Alex Ross's Kingdom Come comic sort of dealt with that in a way where in the future, Superman's retired and Wonder Woman's retired. All the Super Friends or the Justice League are basically retired at this point, and the next generation of superheroes are barely distinguishable from the villain because they're not they don't have the same values, and so Superman and his generation have to come out of retirement in order to set things right. And yeah, it's the scene in, for example, Captain Marvel, where what's her name, was it Allison Brie, you know, casually photon blasts a jukebox because she doesn't either she doesn't like the song that it was playing, or just to make some sort of dramatic statement in a conversation she's having with Nick Fury. And it's like, what the fuck? That jukebox didn't, that belonged to somebody. Somebody paid money, which meant they had to work some hours in order to get it in there.
That's why you have you should have like damage. You have perfect damage control superheroes like Doctor Strange should just be going around after the Hulk like wins the day, and Doctor Strange can just wave his hand damage after it's all done and said. I'm sure you have more than that type
and
of.
just like people who live in a floodplain can't get flooding insurance. You wonder, if people in Marvel's New York can get superhero insurance. Probably not. There is this thing called
If you
there
just
is
had
this thing.
Go ahead.
You wouldn't need it.
An hour.
Yeah, you wouldn't need it if superheroes weren't so negligent and just arbitrarily grabbing any object that happens to be in front of them and destroying it. So yeah, Marvel does have this thing called damage control, which was a sort of a government agency designed to help clean up after superhero events. But I mean, so basically superhero FEMA, but it doesn't change the fact that they're destroying people's property. They should not be doing that.
That's right, Cyber. Bonzi would have just tapped the jukebox to make it start or stop. Hey, and he jumped the shark.
Yes, he did. He was the shark jumper. Go ahead, LD. I didn't mean to interrupt you interrupting me. Go ahead.
I wasn't trying to interrupt. I was trying to add to the conversation, but since you finished your own conversation, not let now.
Okay.
I'm just saying there's too many magical superheroes that could be going around fixing all the damage. That's all. You don't need FEMA. Yeah. That's dumb.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, right? Who wants to read that?
To fix that shit. Like,
yeah.
You got the Flash who can rebuild a fucking car and take it apart and put it back together again in a second. And you got magical people who can frickin' like just conjure shit and fix buildings in a snap of a finger. Scarlet Witch. I mean, how many of them are there? Shit.
42. That's how many? 42. Also happens to be the meaning of life.
No, I mean, shit. You got these superheroes that could be like fixing world, like Iceman can go fix the glaciers from melting, and I mean, shit.
You got Storm. You got Storm. She could be making rain in
Storm
drought
could
areas.
No more hurricanes in the United States. So just be gone. She goes over there for 2 seconds, snaps her fingers, and the hurricane just goes away.
Magneto,
legitimate superhero shit.
Magneto could fix it to where the Earth has its full magnetic shield back.
Yeah, exactly. No more solar flares. Exactly. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. You got freaking Professor X could be the perfect judge. Guilty or not guilty, just read the guy's mind. You didn't do it. All right, goodbye.
Batman, the perfect detective. He could find him. World's greatest detective. Plastic Man. He could pretend to be your kid's trampoline so you can go out there and bounce on him for a while. Thomas Potts asks, what would Mephisto do?
Mephisto's not a superhero, but no. One of the more interesting Twitter X discussions I got lassoed into was who would win in a fight between Iron Man and Magneto, and I said, well, if it's the MCU Iron Man versus any version of Magneto, that version, that version of Iron Man wins. And I go, oh, when Magneto could twist it and bend him and all that. I'm like, no, he couldn't. He says, his armor is described as a titanium gold alloy. Now, both titanium and gold are non-ferrous, meaning they're not affected by magnets. So you're done. I mean, the best
No,
thing
but his
that
electronics are.
the best thing that Magneto could do would be to grab other things that are ferrous and try to throw them at him. But that's it.
Or short
He's
out any of his
he's-
electronics with an EMP.
He's a human EMP, dude. He's literally a human E EMP.
Well, you don't think Iron Man's outfit is able to withstand or is proof against EMPs?
I don't think it's enough to the force of the EMP of Magneto is freaking pretty great. So it would have to be some super duper super mega freaking ultra Zoid Power Ranger level freaking protection.
Well, that's pretty much what he's got. I mean, he's had major anomalies, wearing his armor. So I mean, he's survived EMPs before and with functional armor. So no, I don't think Magneto wins that one. What would happen? What would initially happen is Magneto would try something on Iron Man, and then before he could even realize that, oh, I can't directly affect his armor, he'd already get repulsored, and that would be it.
Yeah, but Magneto's shield would stop a repulsor beam. That was one of his freaking magnetic shield, and nothing gets through.
Yeah. Again, I don't.
All right.
I don't buy it.
Who's going to win in a fight, Deadpool or Wolverine?
Deadpool.
Eventually, Wolverine. All Wolverine has to do is start cutting off his limbs.
But they grow back.
Yeah, but not in time.
Stark should make an aluminum suit instead. Aluminum Man.
I thought Deadpool was more agile than Wolverine.
Well, he might be.
Well, the difference between Deadpool and Wolverine. Deadpool's generation is basically, how is that? It's kind of deaf.
Yeah, Deadpool scars when he heals. That's the biggest difference. That's why, again, the in the movie he looks the way he does because of the process that gave him those powers. But in the Marvel universe, he looks that way because when he heals, he just heals back unpretty. He scars up. so he looks like Freddy Krueger underneath his mask. Whereas Wolverine completely heals. There's no scars or anything.
Kind of like the opposite, but the same. Which is an oxymoron, but hey, that's the best I can do at 10 a.m. in the morning with no sleep.
Yeah.
So
Plus,
sue me.
you know, plus Wolverine's got the adamantium laced bones, which means that you can't sever his limbs as easily. Even if your katana was made of whatever. So, but the MCU characters are nothing like. I mean, it's weird how when you compare the Avengers, for example, to their comic book counterparts, they increased Captain Marvel's physicality. They made him out and out superhuman, whereas in the comics he's not superhuman. But then they had to depower Thor. So yeah.
I saw a cool thing the other day. I don't know. Probably everybody else saw it before I did. But originally, we were supposed to get the Smart Hulk at the end of Endgame. Or
Yeah,
no.
at
No,
the
at
end of
the end
Infinity
of
War. Yeah,
Infinity
at the end
War,
of
we were
Infinity War.
supposed
Yeah,
to get
yeah. It
during
was
the big
Smart Hulk.
final battle.
Right. It was the Smart Hulk who beats Cull Obsidian, and instead of Banner just outsmarting him and using the Wakandan force field to kill him. Yeah, but nobody who's a Hulk fan likes the Smart Hulk.
Well,
The Smart
no.
Hulk is what you do when you you've run out of ideas and you need to kind of like clear the palette, so to speak. And honestly, yeah, it
I
was
would.
they did him dirty. I mean, the thing they should have done, in my opinion, was you have him be the smart version in Endgame, right? That happened off screen, and then when he does the snap, one of the things they tell you is that the Stark glove is emitting a lot of, or gauntlet is emitting a lot of gamma radiation. So the idea is that he sacrifices that cure that he gave for himself when he does the snap, and so that we get the caveman back, and that he gets to contribute to the fight against Thanos. Now, or at least gets gets some semblance of vengeance, which we never got. It was very unsatisfying. When in Infinity War, when I'm sitting there in the theater and I'm watching the opening of it, where Thanos beats the Hulk, I didn't have a problem with it for two reasons. First of all, he beats the Hulk the way the Hulk, is always, it has to be beaten in the comics. You have to render him unconscious before he gets a chance to ramp up, right? And that's exactly what happened. But the other thing was that Thanos had possession of the Power Stone, and in the comics, if you're in possession of the Power Stone, it augments your physical power. But then later, when in Endgame, when they fight, right, the time resurrected Thanos, basically the three other Avengers, or the original Avengers, in fact, Steve Rogers is souped up. He's got, he's able to use Thor's other hammer. Still aren't able to put him down, and they just, I don't know, they just decided to make Thanos that much much more powerful than he was in the comic.
I would have rather, instead of the Smart Hulk, I would have rather seen like Mr. Fix-It.
Well, the Gray Hulk issue there is that he starts from a weaker physical state than the Green Hulk does. He still ramps up, but he starts from a much lower, physical strength level. So I don't know that would have worked in that story. But I mean, if they ever wanted to do a Hulk series, taking the Las Vegas, storyline from the comics from back in the 90s would make a really good show. And I would change the actor who plays Banner for that as well, because that was a real twist on the Jekyll and Hyde thing and on the Hulk thing. In that series, for those who don't know, the Hulk had managed to have his own life. It was kind of like what we saw in Thor Ragnarok, where he was, the Grandmaster's champion. Only this was a situation where the Gray Hulk, who is, a little bit smaller and can talk like a normal person, but he talks kind of gruff, kind of like the Thing on Barbiturates. He goes to work for a casino owner, and the deal is that he gets to live in the penthouse and gets anything he wants, but he protects the casino owner from the local mob, and the mob keeps sending people to rough up the casino owner and try to get him to sell, and the Hulk just shows him the door each time, and so the mob starts getting desperate. They start hiring people that have been empowered by the power broker, and then that doesn't work, and then they start hiring actual supervillains like the Absorbing Man and a few others, and then eventually the Hulk attracts the attention of Iron Man and Spider-Man, and they realize that that's the Hulk. Because the other thing about that storyline was that most of the American public was unaware that the Hulk had changed into this smaller gray version than not the big green version. So yeah,
It would be kind of funny to watch Mr. Fix-It meet Patch.
yeah. Yeah, it was a fun time. Very fun idea, because it was basically giving the Hulk a secret identity. Nobody knew that this Mr. Fix-It guy in Las Vegas was secretly the Hulk, except for people who knew that the Hulk had turned into a gray monster. The general public didn't know that. So, but the interesting thing is, of course, Mr. Fix-It or the Gray Hulk stayed the Hulk all the time. At the time, the Gray Hulk, for those of you who don't know, the Gray Hulk changes based on whether the sun is up or down. So during daylight hours, he turns into Banner. During nighttime, he turns into the Hulk. It's almost like a werewolf kind of deal. But the Hulk had something happen to him where he was able to stay the Hulk in the daytime, but the sun bothered him. It was like when he got hit with sunlight, the sunlight would try to turn him back into Banner, and he would be fighting it, and it would cause him physical pain. So he would cover himself up with suits and trench coat, kind of like what the Thing does, a hat, all that kind of stuff, and then eventually he does start turning back into Banner, and Banner, of course, is totally messing up the Hulk's new life. So the tables were turned. Instead of the Hulk showing up ruining Banner's life, it was the opposite, and that was a fun contradiction. But
yeah, I've seen some of that shit they put out for the Fantastic Four, and I'm not that impressed with that either.
I think the Thing looks fine. I mean, I don't have any high hopes for it. I don't like Mexican dipshit or whatever his name is. He's not Mexican, but can't even think of his name right now. Mandalorian guy won't shave his mustache off for a part. It's like, what?
Pedro.
I didn't realize that there was one thing about the Thing I didn't know until recently, but he doesn't age.
Well, he eventually does. He just ages extremely slow.
Yeah.
Compared
From
to
what I
everybody
heard,
else.
I thought he was completely ageless, unless he only ages when he's human.
Nope, because there was a comic line where Reed Richards actually and somebody else gets a time machine, and they keep going.
Yeah, but that's
further
because
into the future.
Yeah,
And
but
they
that's because
finally-
he
No, he
Listen,
was.
stop.
Interrupter. Let the host finish what he was trying to say first.
Because you're wrong. That
Well,
was
just
when
wait
he
till
was
he's done
human.
first.
He was human 1 week out of the year, and it was something that someone did to him. So he only aged when he was human for that 1 week, and he ended up living for like 5,000 years. I know exactly what you're talking about, but that wasn't he was not he was human for 1 week out of the year. So every week he aged a little bit. That's why he died of old age. If it wasn't for that, he'd be living forever.
But he still died as the Thing from old age. So he did age.
Yeah. There's a lot of differences between the Thing and the Hulk. A lot of people don't realize they seem similar, but they're not. For example, the Thing gets sick. He can come down with a cold just like a normal person can. The Hulk doesn't generally get sick. He's immune to all terrestrial diseases. And another thing was, of course, that Thing doesn't heal and recover from injury like the Hulk does. He takes a while to recover.
Excuse me. Pardon me.
It's like the Hulk. He heals when he keeps changing back and forth between Banner and the Hulk.
Right.
It speeds up his healing.
Yeah. The TV show that was one of the things they actually got right about the old Bill Bixby TV show. Best example is the episode "The Harder They Fall," where Banner gets hit by a car in the opening segment, and each time he turns into the Hulk, he gets more of his mobility back.
The only thing the TV version didn't get right is Hulk dying falling from an airplane.
Yeah. I mean, the Hulk's fallen from heights even greater than that in the comics, of course, but in the comics you're looking at Superman level power, whereas in the TV show he had budget strength.
But it was still impressive for the late 70s, early 80s.
Well, the Death of the Incredible Hulk came out, I think, in 1990. That was Lou Ferrigno's last appearance. So yeah, it was those awful NBC TV movies weren't great, but
well, yeah, they all them of the old shows that were awesome. They came back with those TV movies, and they basically sucked, like the Bionic Man one, when they introduced what's her face, Sandra Bullock as another bionic woman.
The Bionic Reunion movies, one of the things that's interesting, you know why they've not made a $6 Million Man movie or a new show. You want to know what's holding them back from doing that? And yet, while at the same time they will make Bionic Woman shows.
Not sure.
You don't know, just say so. Okay, well, the reason why is because $6 Million Man is based off of a series of books called Cyborg by Michael Caden, and they don't want to have to pay him. So when Universal had the $6 Million Man TV show, the Bionic Woman, which was a spinoff, was entirely owned by Universal. They could do anything they want to. They can make a new Bionic Woman show or movie anytime they want, but they can't do the $6 Million Man because they don't own that. That's just how rights work in Hollywood. This was another reason why She-Hulk was created. Kevin Johnson, the guy who was the showrunner of the Bill Bixby TV show Incredible Hulk, Stan Lee started hearing from friends that this is the guy who created the Bionic Woman on the $6 Million Man TV show and then was the showrunner of that show. And at one point, Bionic Woman actually had higher ratings than $6 Million Man. And so Stan, not wanting to risk Kenneth Johnson coming up with a She-Hulk character of his own that Universal would own, created a She-Hulk character expressly for the purpose of being trademarked, so that Universal couldn't create their own version of a female monster hero. Hulk. A lot of female characters were created, especially female versions of male ones like Spider Woman, were created so that they could be trademarked, that somebody else wouldn't do it.
Hello, Dr. Scotty. Well, hell, we went 2 hours. I should go. I have to go help Christy try to set up a bot.
Hmm.
I need to get a nap. But it's been a pleasure to have you up here, Darren. And LTG. I want to thank all of my audience members out there that watch too. And remember, tomorrow, Chatbox in the afternoon. Anybody got any final words they want to say before I get fired?
Sign up for Demifoot on Indiegogo. Go ahead and Google it. I don't have the link handy. We're going to be launching the campaign very soon.
LTG, do you have anything? You're muted.
Yeah, nope. Thanks for having me. Thanks for everybody in the chat. Time to get back to work. Appreciate it, Deej. Now you just got to do this again next week.
Yep. And, of course, as we know, I'm fired, finally.
Am I fired again? Yeah, you're fucking absolutely fired. And all your promotions are redacted. Like, dude, why would you have to fuck yourself like that? Why? You're clipping all this shit, aren't you? You're going to have a fucking montage of all the times I said you were right, said you were wrong, said you were fired, said you were rehired, said you were promoted during this live. You're going to have them all and play them on your channel, aren't you? Well, you've absolutely been fired again because you're an asshole. You're fired from talking to me and being my friend and being on my channel. Get the hell out of here. Go on, get the hell out of here.